I have something for you all of a more personal nature I want to share with you. And I rarely say this. If you're ever going to watch until the end of a video, let it be this one, please, because I want to lay this out for you, what is super important to me. And so let's jump into it. First, some context. We've talked a lot as a community about how we're in a dark time. The result of the last election leaves a lot of people understandably wanting to detach. But the conclusion that I've come to, and many of you have, is we can't. We can't detach. Otherwise, that emboldens what we're fighting against, and it weakens the effort in what we're fighting for. But what is that motivated by? Why do we care about politics? Why do we continue to willingly bring on this amount of stress into our lives? You know the amount of people I've met who just sort of don't even pay attention. They're just living their life. Oh, I almost envy. But the reason we care, the reason we keep stressing about this, despite such a discouraging result, is because we care about people. We care about uplifting people. But what does that mean? Surely it's not just watching a political show or just voting, even though voting is super, super important. So what do we do? And I've indicated a little bit, and we'll break the first two things that I'm going to mention down further at the beginning of this upcoming year. But we're working on an effort to really fight for our democracy, to get on the ground as a community. I'm going to have ways for all of you to get involved in volunteering, to really do some on the ground work that contributes to our electoral outcome that we want. Then we're working on an effort to push back against Trump's threats against the media. But both those things are still being formed. We're about to end this year. I don't want it to just end on a doom and gloom note. We really do have the power to do something positive, and I want to, as a community, go ahead and just do it. Let's turn this motivation and this care that we have for people into real, meaningful action. And last thing before really the core ask here, I have mentioned to all of you that I really do have, I'd argue this till the day I die, the best mother on the planet and the best father on the planet, and had just this unbelievably lucky upbringing that I am so grateful for. Growing up, though, I remember I felt, because of that, almost nearing guilt about it, understanding, because of what my mom was working on, just how many people don't have that. They don't have a loving, supportive system around them, structure around them that each and every child deserves but doesn't have. And again, I mentioned my mom's work. That's her life mission, is supporting vulnerable children. And in the United States specifically, the foster care system, 400,000 children who are being failed by a system that we can do something to address. So, what am I talking about? Well, my mom, it's her birthday on New Year's Eve. And in thinking about how I could, you might be able to imagine, based on how highly I speak of my mother, it's kind of difficult to give her a gift that matches the gratitude. But one thing that I do think that not just I could do, but we could do, that's very unique and very meaningful, is help contribute to the work that she is doing in leading this organization called the Miracle Foundation. How incredible, on behalf of, in honor of her birthday, but in an effort to end the year strong on a positive note, how incredible would it be to help children who absolutely deserve better? And that's what I'm requesting of all of you. We're going to do a fundraiser for the Miracle Foundation, an organization that's dedicated to supporting and uplifting children and is working to address the major issues in the foster care system and make sure that children have the support and the resources that they so desperately need and that they deserve. And the goal, it would be awesome if we could raise way more than this, but the goal is $100,000. Link in the description. And I don't want to just be saying, all right, hey, y'all go do that. That would be cool, and move on. I've decided to, this is pretty, it's a lot, but put $20,000 into this goal so that you all see that I'm taking this very, very seriously, and it means so much to me. So if you could contribute whatever you can to end the year supporting people who need it, who deserve it, but in so many cases are not getting the support that I'm talking about. And as an example of what this could do, not as an example, to lay out for you what this could do, 250 children over the next year, if we raise the $100,000 goal, will be given the support, those basic needs to help them thrive by the Miracle Foundation because of just our community. 250 children in the foster care system, trying to fill the gap between what they're currently getting out of the system that is failing them and what they should. And we could do that or more, but let's just start with $100,000 and now just $80,000 because of what the show decided to go ahead and put into that. A few statistics to give you a sense of the magnitude of the failure here. The U.S. foster care system at any given time has 391,000, but 400,000 children as a part of it. What does that mean in the outcomes for these children? Well, only 3% have a college degree by age 25. A quarter, 25% of children who then grow into adults within 2 years of leaving the system are in prison. A quarter. A massive percentage of the U.S. prison system is comprised of people who at one point in their life were in the foster care system. We could address so many down the road societal problems by just providing to children, which the Miracle Foundation works every day to do, the support, the resources, the education, the mental health access, the health care that they should be provided. Half of people who are in foster care are at one point homeless. Half. And 71% of women are pregnant by the age of 21. It is heartbreaking, and it's another dark truth about the country that we are failing children this badly, that we're not giving them the forever family and support system that they deserve. But luckily, people are trying to do something about it. Until we can get the electoral outcome that can lead to a more systemic fix, there are organizations like the Miracle Foundation trying to fill that void. And that's what I want us to be a part of, the solution, as we end this year and begin the next one. $430, if we're doing the math, $250, $230 is what is needed in a year to support one of the children in closing that gap and providing these basic needs and basic support systems. It's about giving to the caseworkers the access to the information and resources and connecting them with necessary professionals, supporting the families of foster care children, so that we can ultimately, and this is the goal in every situation, have that forever family and that forever support system that too many children don't have. The amazing love and support that I was able to grow up with should be something every single person has. And obviously, it's not. And so this is you're going to be hearing a lot more about it from me just in general, but a huge passion of mine. It's been what my mom has dedicated her life to. What's a more noble cause, right? And we can be a part of that. And that's what I'm asking all of you. There's a link in the description of this video. Let's go help at least 250 children over the next year, getting them the support so they can have that environment and the family and the support that they deserve. And you can contribute to that. Let's get to $100,000. If we zoom past it, that would be great. And I might increase the goal. We'll just see what we can do before the new year. We only have a few days. And again, doing this in honor of my mother's birthday and the work that her organization does every single day. We are in dark times, and there are dark realities like this one. But a lot of people interface with such a fact and move on. I'm asking you to take a little bit of action, as we chose to do, as I told you, with our contribution. And then all we do is that. And the rest is in the hands of people every day, blood, sweat, and tears working to make these children's lives better and to get them a forever loving family.